take a look at the message editor. The message editor displays detailed information, any HTTP message flowing through the proxy listener. Okay, so after setting up proxy to capture HTTP traffic seen in your target sitemap and here on target sitemap tabs, and then in the proxy here, in the proxy then HTTP history tab right here, right there, you are able to select any single message to reveal the message editor. And if we select one of them, so as you can see, we have reviewed the message editor, as you can see, like that. Okay, so so as long as the message editor is as long as the message is properly proxed through the Burp, you will be able to see this message editor. Okay, when you click on one of the requests. Okay, so on almost every tool and tab within Burpsuite that display an HTTP message, you will see an editor identifying the request and the response, as you can see here, the request and the response. Okay, so this is commonly referred to as the message editor, and the message editor allows viewing and editing HTTP requests and responses within specialties. Okay, so within the message editor, we have multiple tabs. So let me review the message editor like that. Okay, so you can click on any request. You can click. So let us go to the material, and then we select this one. Let us scroll down. You can select on any request. So let us choose Matilde, this one here. Okay, so let us select that link there, that request there. So within the message editor, there are multiple subtabs. Okay, and the subtabs, we have the subtabs for a request, for the request, and then we have the subtabs for the responses. Okay, so here at minimum, the request tab here, include the following three or four tabs, as you can see. But there are some, okay, where you will see only low headers and the X when the params tab is hidden. Okay, so the subtabs for a response, for the response message here include the following. Okay, so we have the low. Okay, we have the headers, we have the hex, we have HTML sometimes. Okay, and the render sometimes. Okay, so from there, the low tab, this one here, the low tab gives you the message in its low HTTP form, and the headers tab right here, as you can see, the headers tab displays HTTP header parameters in tabular format, as you can see here. Okay, as you can see here, so the parameters here, the parameters are editable, and columns can be added. You can add more columns. Okay, and you can add more columns. You can remove them, or you can modify them in the table. Okay, so within the tool. Okay, so from there, you can edit them within the tool, such as the proxy and then the repeater. This one here, the repeater, and then in the proxy. Okay, you can edit the parameters. Okay, so for requests, here, for requests containing parameters or cookies, the params tab is present. Okay, so if our request contains cookies and parameters, this param tab is present. Okay, as you can see, we have some cookies, as you can see there. Okay, so parameters are editable, and columns can be added, removed, or modified in the table within tools such as the proxy and the repeater. Okay, so we shall take a look at the repeater in the future parts. Okay, so finally there is the hex tab. The X tab. This X tab presents the message in hexadecimal format. Okay, so it is in essence a hex editor, and you are permitted to edit individual bytes within tools such as a proxy and the repeater. So, but those values must be given in 2-digit hexadecimal form from 00 through FF. Okay, so for those who understand the hexadecimal system. Okay, so let's explore the multiple tabs available in the message editor for each request and response captured in Burp. Okay, so let us take a look at this request here. So let us take at this request here. So here we are using this Matilde. We're using that Matilde. So let us go back. Let us go back there. Let's go back. Okay, so when viewing a request, note that the subtabs available include the law. Here, when we are viewing a request, include the law, the params, the headers and the hex. Okay, so you might not find this parameter if we don't have, if our request didn't contain cookies or parameters. Okay, this param might not be there. Okay, so for those who are using the latest version, okay, you might find this one when it's not there. Okay, so however, in the case of a request containing parameters or cookies, we can have the params subtab, okay, available, okay, right there. Okay, so other side of the message editor is the response tab, this one containing the law, headers, hexa and hex subtabs. Okay, right there, and sometimes HTML and the render tabs. Okay, so these are the various formats provided for the HTTP response to the request. Okay, to the request. So if the content is HTML, then the tab will appear, this HTML. Okay, it will appear. Likewise, the render tab enables HTML display. Okay, display as it would be presented in a browser, but without any JavaScript executed. Okay, so if we click render, we are going to wait. So as you can see, we are able to render this HTML. Okay, as it would have been displayed in our browser, but JavaScript cannot be executed. Okay, like that. Okay, so in the next part we shall take a look at how we can repeat with the repeater tool. Okay, thank you.